G'day, my name's Darryl Webb. Today we're going to have a look at the Allpowers S2000. It's a portable power station with a built-in 2000 watt continuous AC inverter, pure sine wave, and a 1500 watt hour lithium battery in it. We'll go over anything I sort of found that I didn't like, and we'll go over all the things I do like. And just so you know, I have been using it for a couple of weeks now, and I took it away on a camping trip, so we actually got to use it a heap and test it right out. I also got the SP033 200 watt folding solar panel by Allpowers to go with it. Anyway, let's get into the review. Alright, so when you look at the screen, it's actually still got the safety protector on there, I can take that off. I don't know if that made it worse or better. Trying to get rid of reflections. So you've got on off button, you've got AC, so if you hold the AC button in, it turns on the inverter, you hear the fans power on, then they power off. When there's a big load, the fans stay on. DC's button is just a short press. And you can see the watts output when you're running it. You can see the battery status and what you've got turned on and off. So for instance, saying AC's on, and you've got your USBs, USB-Cs and your car port. So you've got on there a 10 amp, I think it's 10 amp 13 volt regulator supply, 2 USB-C type 1, type 2. You've got some USB ones, which I believe are Qualcomm, and you've got your 4 AC outlets. On the sides of the unit, you pretty much got fan, one goes in, one goes out. That's for cooling. You'll hear them when you're running the AC in particular. And on the back of the unit, it has a standard kettle or PC type lead you plug in, and that charges it up. It also comes with a nice zip up carry bag with Velcro lid. I have been using that. If you're going to put it on, make sure you slide the edge right down or take it out of it when you use it, because it will block up the fan vents. It's more for a dust cover for when travelling or in storage. It also comes with this little bag of goodies. I actually have modified some of it. So it came with a what am I looking for? So it came with a car type charger. These I think are optional extras, but you can charge it off 12 volt. Come with a computer or kettle type lead, I'd call it, for charging up AC. And it also came with a solar lead to XT60, so you can charge off the solar panels. And I have modified mine and put on an Anderson plug, so I can just charge it directly off car, or put other connections for solar. I use the red Anderson leads I use for raw solar with no regulator. So that's sort of it what come with it. There was also a bag. The whole thing was super nicely packaged in a big box and was really secure. Okay, so I've got a air fryer here. I'll put on. It's just a small air fryer, but it is an air fryer. I've got a small fan heater there too, so. Alright, so you can see it's running an air fryer there. It is drawing 1059 watts according to the Allpowers 1137. I've also got a little mini fan heater here. Let's plug that in and see if it'll run both of them. I know it will, because that's running that there too, a little fan heater. So we're up to 1659 watts, 1919 watts, 1816. So as you can see, I'm running a small fan heater and a air fryer at the same time. Its ability to run 240 volt stuff is really good, and you can't hear the fans over top of the air fryer, but I would say it's probably about the same volume as the small fan heater. It's not very loud. When you probably notice it more when you're charging it, because there's nothing running. When you charge it, you hear the fans a bit more. It's got an inlet fan and an outlet fan, so heat dissipation doesn't seem to be a problem for it. Okay, so I've got this lead plugged into the car, just so a 12 volt outlet, and this is the same outlet. You put the solar in here, or you can put your 12 volt outlet in here, and we'll just see what that gives you, and we'll probably hear the fans kick on as well. So I plugged it in, so it's charging. It's up to 20 watts, 40 watts, 50 watts, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110 watts. Alright, so you can hear the fans have actually kicked on it now. But that will charge at 110 watts straight from your car, which is very handy too, especially if you've already got a bit of a dual battery system. You can use this as your buffer for keep it charged off your car, off your dual battery system, and it gives you all the USB outlets and an inverter, obviously. Obviously, this, as I said, this is the same port that you plug the solar panels into, but 110 watt charging is pretty good. I believe if you buy like a DC to DC booster, you can maybe put it up to like 48 volt or something, and you will get a higher charge rate than that. But good to know. Okay, so I also got this with the SP033 200 watt folding solar panel. If you want to see a full review of that, I'll put a link in the description or a card or something there so you can see it, because I've actually got two of these guys already and I use them all the time. They're really good, but I'll just see what they come with now, because it's a new one and sometimes they change. Okay, so you got your two MC4 connectors directly out. You got MC4 to a DC outlet. Now from memory that goes with all these different tips. So what this lets you do is plug it to many different types of power stations. It just gives you a bit more flexibility. And then also in there is a MCC4 to XT60, so you can plug it directly into the front of the S2000 power station and charge straight off your solar panels. Plug this guy in and see what we get out of it. It's about I've got something happening already. It is 5:24 on a very hot afternoon, and we are getting 150 watts. If you can see that or not, but 150 watts. Now, I always say if you get half of what they're rated, you're doing pretty good. So a 200 watt panel, I would say in normal conditions, you should get 100 watts. This is going between 140 to 150 watts. So that's why I like these little units. They're super compact and lightweight. And pairing it up with this S2000 power station, they just go together really well. And you can obviously put these panels in series, or you can buy multiple of them, parallel or series, and you can charge up your unit even faster. Pros and cons. I'll start off with cons, because I actually had to really think about trying to find a con for it. The only thing I have noticed it does is it has the percentage scale on it when the unit's running, and it might say 50% or 60%. What I found is if you charge it up and don't discharge it and don't charge it all the way, sometimes that scale can get, it's not very accurate anymore. It needs to be charged to 100% every now and then. So I found that when it gets out of whack, it's charging and all of a sudden it says it's 100%, but if you look, it's still taking power, and it might do so for another half an hour or so. The actual percent scale on the battery meter isn't as accurate as it could be. It must be a hall sensor, not a shunt. But that's about the only genuine little thing that I could find that, even that's a bit of a, it's not much of a con, but it is a con. Pros, a couple of things I liked about it straight away: build quality, big metal handles, and the weight. It's not too heavy for a 1500 watt hour battery. If you put that in perspective, as in you use your 12 volt stuff, that's about 120 amp hours of a lithium battery if you had it, and bought a battery. That's a lot of battery for a little unit for its size, having a 2000 watt inverter and then all these USB-Cs and USB-As in there. Another big pro is how well the actual inverter works. Everything I've tried it on, it does it really easily. It actually goes, I had a 2000 watt kettle on it and it was actually drawing about 2100 watts, and it just stayed at, so it actually runs over its 2000 watts continuous quite easily. Other pros were the USB-C, the power delivery. I haven't been able to emulate, it says they're 100 watts. I haven't actually had anything that tries to draw 100 watts, but I've seen them putting out as much as 50 watts each. So that's pretty good, and I imagine if you have something that draws 100, it should do that. But so they are proper power delivery ports, and it does what they're meant to do. The XT60 connector hiding under there for the solar when you're running the SP033s into it. I was able to run, I've actually got 2 of these already at home. This is the new one they sent out with me. I had 2 of them connected to it at once, and it put in plenty of power and did its job. Excuse the cockies. So when you get it, all that stuff that comes included with it that you need. So the main features is pretty much the Pro. It just, sometimes things don't do what they say. This did all of them and actually exceeded what it says. As I said, you know, like it was running 2,100 watts out of the inverter, and it just did a continuous. So that's good. A bit of a conclusion. Who's this for? If you're someone that needs mobile power, because this one is light enough to carry around, it's not the lithium iron phosphate, not the LifePower 4, it's ternary lithium battery, so it's lighter, so you can transport this one around. You can also run this in your car, strap it down with these big handles and run it off a second battery. It'll keep it all charged up, and you can use this as your power station, I guess. You don't need to buy an inverter and solar power. Everything sort of can just plug into this with its MPPT and its USBs and AC inverter. So that's the type of people who need this. Is you need to run up to 2,000 watts. You can buy smaller ones, you can buy bigger ones, but I found this one is nice and easy to lift and carry around. Even my kids and my wife can lift this one quite easily, so good for power outages as well as camping. Allpowers have given me a discount code. I'll put all the stuff for that in the description. I'll put a link in there to where you can find this guy. At the moment, on the Allpowers Australia site, which is, so this stuff's all local, like when you get it delivered, it's not coming from overseas, it's already in Australia. I think this guy here is under $1,000. With the panel, obviously it costs a bit more, but just the unit itself is under $1,000. So there's not many other brands that are going to beat that, but the quality's there. I said this is I've used a lot of Allpower stuff, and I've really enjoyed using it. So yeah, check them out if you're interested in something like this, and I guarantee you won't be disappointed. Anyway, on that note, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more stuff like this, hit the subscribe button. Bye for now.